Shalom family. As you guys know, we're currently in Nairobi, Kenya, where as of yesterday, we have experienced the longest power outage in the history of this country. We currently don't have power right now, and we are using our filming lights, obviously, to make this video. So we're gonna give you our input on that, and we're gonna start off with a news clip. Here it is.
14 hours after the longest outage in the country's history, there was still no clear explanation for the outage that hit on Friday night, shutting down the country's main international airport and also major hospitals and even the president's office compound.
Okay, so I want to start this off by saying when we first got to Kenya, there was barely any power outages. I think we was here for about 2 weeks and power might have went out once or twice. And I'm talking about for like a minute or two. So we had literally no issues with power, and we thought it was just all good at that time. So we kind of big you guys up when we first got here, for sure.
So obviously we left and we went to other countries, but upon coming back, we have noticed that it seems to be escalating a little bit. It has cut off more times, and at first, for a minute or two, a few minutes, then I think it was like for like an hour or so one time, and then yesterday it was off for like a whole 23 hours. It was literally almost a whole day. It was like a 1 hour short.
Right. And then it finally got to the point where the power came on during the middle of the night. We was all happy and excited.
Right.
Woke up this morning, started cooking, boom, power cut back off. I'm like, man, can we get a break?
Right.
And it's not great, to say the least, what's happening here.
At first, we weren't really sure what was going on when the electricity originally went out yesterday. You know, when it goes off, you don't really know how long it's going to be off. Our Airbnb host did contact us and let us know that it was like the whole of Kenya and that she was trying to keep us updated. So that caused me to Google. So I started Googling, and there were no clear answers yesterday. They were really just saying they're not sure why. Nobody knows what's happening. People are trapped in the airport because it's black. They can't go anywhere.
Generator messed up in the airport.
Yeah, the generator at the airport stopped working. So no one could go anywhere. It was a problem. So what eventually we have seen is that they're saying that at some power plant, we'll put the location on the screen. I don't remember what it was, but that a generator went down, and that is causing the problem, which seems kind of crazy just for the simple fact that if one generator goes down, the whole country pretty much is not going to have power. That's a problem.
Honestly, if I want to be frank, it just sounds a little suspicious on the reasoning behind why the power is going out.
You don't find that suspicious?
Right.
That just doesn't make sense that one generator would control the entire country.
And most of the news clips that we have seen, when we look in the comments, there are so many Kenyans in the comments saying this is ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. There's no way. So
it's not just us that think that way. And also, we've been seeing this not only here in Kenya, but when we're in America, it happened quite a bit in America with no explanation to what was happening. And then we heard stories of like in South America and the Middle East that the same things are happening, just random blackouts with no clear explanation to what's going on.
And for a period of time. It's been escalating for like a few years. A lot of the things, when they do give explanation, it's like weather things, like, oh, it was so cold, because that happened to us when we were living in Houston. And the other thing that I've seen when they give an explanation is they're saying climate change, that it's getting so hot that people are using more air conditioners, they're consuming more energy, and that's the cause, which obviously that's not what's happening here, because it's wintertime. It's really not that hot, even without the electricity, and there's no air conditioning where we're staying right now, and it's not hot. So
I know not only us, but many Kenyans that we've seen in these comment sections want answers, because what they're giving us now is just not enough, and we don't really trust what they're saying.
Right. One of the things we see that is a big problem is for small businesses that don't have generators, they're not going to be able to run their business at all. You know, if it's a food place, their food may spoil and things like that. Like the things that we had in our refrigerator here, like we said, their electricity was off for like a whole day. So we had milk and things like that in there. That just go bad. We had literally just cooked food. So luckily we have a gas stove, so we could heat that up, but we had to eat it because we can't keep it cold. Like, we're forcing ourselves to eat extra to not waste food.
Right. And the fact is, most people in Kenya can't afford generators, even these small businesses. So with this happening, they're just really losing money and food, and people can't afford that. We see what's happening right now with the protests on how people can't afford cost of living right now. So just another burden that people have to deal with due to these power outages.
And since all of these things started yesterday, it seems as if there's no compensation plan at this point to help people who have lost money, lost, revenue from their business, or lost food in their homes and things like that. So hopefully there'll be some kind of plan to combat that to help the people of Kenya.
And hopefully the airports and stuff, it can be more stable there, because if people can't travel, that's going to cause a great stress on this nation. So moving forward, hopefully things can change and for the up, but we just really don't know at this point. Everything's very unstable, and I hope this is not an indicator of what's to come for the future. Now, we're not sure how things started in South Africa with the blackouts and the load shedding, but hopefully that's not something that's about to start here.
Right.
So all we can do is really pray for the best and just hope that everything changes and we can get the power back on for good.
Right. And we'll try to keep you guys updated. Maybe we'll go live or something if we're stuck in the dark tonight.
But mind you, we might not be able to put out as many videos if these power continue to do this. So unfortunately, guys, that's our situation, and we can't do anything about it. So with that being said, families, want to say we love you so much and thank you for watching this video all the way through. And as always, shalom.
Shalom.